Hello, welcome to Lesson 17 of Mastering Java. I'm Jason, CodeLearner.com. Here we're going to learn something very useful that you'll use all the time. Remember that we have done for loops and if statements that contain only one statement to be executed in those cases. And that's useful for lots of things, but there are many times when you're going to want to execute multiple statements when you run through a for loop, for instance. So as an example, let's create an integer, we'll call it I, and let's create a for loop. And we can say I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10, and we'll increment, so I equals I plus 1. Now, in case you missed it from a later section, we can, or a previous entry, we can do this like that, or we can just write I plus plus. That means I equals I plus 1. So in previous lessons, we might have done something like this, system.out.println, right? We might have gone and done something like I is equal to, and we'll put a plus sign, and then we'll say I. So let's go and see what this looks like. I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10, because as we loop through, I is being incremented, we're just printing this stuff out. Now this works great because there's only one thing I'm trying to do inside this loop, but what if I'm trying to do something else? Then the way you do that is you create a code block. Very easy to do. So you just put a opening bracket there, and then you're going to put a closing bracket around on the other side. So now everything for the for loop, everything inside of these brackets here is going to be executed with the for loop. Now the for loop is going to execute fine, exactly as it did before, because there's only one statement